Rhani, it's Liberation Day. And you know why it's Liberation Day? It's Liberation Day because we don't have to watch that stupid fucking TV show no more. We don't gotta watch it. We don't gotta watch it. We don't gotta watch that stupid fucking TV show anymore. We don't gotta watch it. We don't gotta watch Rhaenyra turned into girl boss fascist. We don't gotta watch everyone taking stupid pills. We don't get to watch season 8 number 2 Electric Boogaloo. We don't gotta watch it no more. We don't gotta watch it. We just have our hefty tome.
Yeah. 900 what pages? 900 something. 920? 924? 924?
Only the
924.
924. Jesus Christ!
Look at me, baby. Hey, we did it though. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. Yeah, no, and only one podcast for me to edit a week. Love that. Love that for me. Not that I do much editing, as is the best ongoing joke of this whole podcast experience, but still.
Anyways,
hey, welcome to Song of Spice and Rhani, a Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire podcast for the girls, the gays, the theys, the well-behaved straights. I am your newly liberated host, Rhani.
And I am your free at last host, Spicer. I have a dream. I have a dream, Rhani. I have a dream that these chuckle fucks will please stop. Stop being racist. That's how it's relevant. Please stop being
Spicer,
racist.
you can't make a plea for no racism while quoting that with your current complexion.
I can. Yes, I can.
No,
yes, I can.
No, that's not for you. That's not for you. Not the same. I also think the show, that especially towards the end of the season, it was not good. But I am not comparing it to the civil rights movement. I want that clear. A Song of Spice and Rhani does not condone.
we did it. Oh my god. Anyways,
we get a canceled Southern boy. You're fine.
They know the real, because the real ones. It's only the real ones now. We only got the real ones here, baby.
Yep.
Our cozy book ADHD girlies are here to hyperfixate to us, and we don't have to deal with dumbass comments.
Oh my god!
Of people being dumb.
Give me my like well-intentioned and polite she-theys, and the occasionally like socially awkward they on a good weekend. Like that's what I want. That's what I want. Like everyone's welcome, but like don't. God, the
comment. Team black coded.
I don't want to know more. Anyway, every single week. Every single week, without fail, never missed a week ever, we are going to read 3 chapters of the A Song of Ice and Fire book series, currently on A Storm of Swords, where we're going to break down theories, lore, what happens, our favorite deaths. Well, Spicer, do you feel death?
Do you feel death? You know, she's coming for us every week, and I felt death yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
We started reading. I was not well yesterday. Yeah. Let's just say I'm old now. I'm old, and some days you need to make sure sleep is important, hydration is important.
Yeah.
Maybe don't drink more alcohol than you think you can.
Spicer, again, 40 ounces, 40-ounce water bottle. I drink 3 of these a day. I'm chugging water.
And it's like I didn't used to. I was so spry. I didn't have to do any of that. And now, like, if I don't sleep a full amount of hours and drink water, then I wake up the next day being like, oh, I'm a husk of a man. So, anyways, everyone, make sure to take care of your body, because I didn't, and I died, and it's fine. But then I was reading Arya's or Sansa's chapter, and I said, "Oh, she can't hold down food either, and now I can't hold down food. So this is a fun thing for me." Anyways, so I died and I was reborn yesterday. That's that long metaphor. Anyways, take us in, Rhani. Speaking of Sansa.
Speaking of Sansa Stark, we had 3 chapters this week. They were Sansa 6, Jon 9, and Tyrion 10. And let me tell you, there were some bangers. They were some bangers.
Wait,
Because
he really waited till the end of this novel.
oh yeah. Well, things are building up. Things are interweaving. Things are happening. You know, like
Sure, I get the preamble of it all. We got to get there.
we do. And boy, Sansa, she's on a boat. And it's rocking. It's rocking back and forth. Ooh, like the sea, Spicer. Can you feel it? Can you feel it right now? You're on the sea.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Ronnie.
What?
But where are they?
They're not on the road. They're in the ocean. They're in the ocean. So you can fuck right off. Okay?
Metaphorically,
No.
they're on the road.
They're on the boat again.
Oh my god.
Just my number one op. It's just you. It's just you.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Ronnie's partner yesterday was like so nice, and they're like, whenever you talk to Ronnie, I can just tell that they're just in a better mood. And Ronnie goes, "Are you sure about that?"
I think my mood is ruined. You're the TikTok sound like, and then all of a sudden you hear that irritating sound.
Anyways, but they're on a boat.
They're on a boat. Who's on the boat? Why, it's Sansa. Why, it's Littlefinger. And they're heading up north-ish. And Sansa's like, wow, I'm going home. How exciting. Except not. Because they park that boat. And Littlefinger's like, actually, I'm not taking you north. What the fuck are you talking about? Your home is a ruin. It's a ruin, and all of your family is dead. I'm not taking you home. We're going to my home. Aren't you excited to go to my home? And you know what? You're going to suddenly understand why I have no interest in ever being in my home, and why, in fact, I am spending all of my time scheming and plotting to try to raise my station, because I am the Lord of rocks and shit. Quite literally. Littlefinger is the lord of a heap of stones on the fingers. This like just shitty piece of land on the edge of eastern Westeros, which, hey, it's where the Andals first arrived. How fun. We have their like fucking cave drawings over there in the corner where they brought their religious extremism with them. How thrilling.
Which then the TV show later took as, but what if there were cave drawings from the first?
We're not gonna worry about that. Because it's fine. Littlefinger's like, hey, so yeah, I get that you're haunted by Joffrey's death, but you know what, Sansa, there's no time for you to be haunted by his death, because you are now attending Littlefinger's school for political manipulations and scheming, and I'm gonna start teaching you everything, baby. You're my daughter, kinda, but I linger a little too long with my gaze. Not at all uncomfortable, right? It's okay. Anyway, so he starts just like telling her shit, because like Sansa, she's feeling a little haunted by Joffrey's death. Like, obviously Joffrey was sucky, but at the same time, like, she can viscerally remember it. She's seeing it in her dreams, and then she does feel guilty for Tyrion, because she knows that Tyrion is being blamed for it, and she's like, I mean, he didn't do it though, right? No. And Littlefinger's like, it doesn't matter. He's done other bad things, like with his first wife, where he got bored of her and then gave her over to be assaulted by his father's barracks. And Sam's like, damn. And we, the reader, like, that's not quite. Anyway, we learn quite a bit. We learn a lot of Littlefinger's thoughts on people. We learn that the poisoning of Joffrey was most likely done by the one person who was playing with Sansa's hairnet at the wedding, and that was, of course, Olenna Tyrell, of which yeah. Sansa is shocked by, but Littlefinger's like, no, this is working out exactly as I intended it to when I planted all those rumors about Joffrey, and got it into their head that, Marjorie could marry him, but maybe they don't need Joffrey, maybe they could have Tommen instead. Also, why don't we put Loras on the Kingsguard, so that, like, he's there, but oh no, that combination of Loras and Marjorie and Joffrey, that's gonna be a bad combination, so something's gonna have to be done about that. And Littlefinger did all this basically without actually ever speaking a word, and because that's Littlefinger's thing. It's just influence and persuasion, but very subtly done. Very subtly done. Anyway, eventually they land onto the fingers. They get to the heap of shit and stone that is Littlefinger's home, which apparently doesn't have a name because that's just how shitty it is that no one's ever bothered to name it. We meet just a gaggle of interesting characters
the Thenardiers have entered the chat. Like...
Yes. Littlefinger's household is run by a cast of characters. There's the old crone who was his wet maid, and just her lot in life is to help birth Littlefinger and then just wait around after him. Old guys who was in charge of like being his groundskeeper. There's the big lady who takes care of the sheep and also apparently fucks every boy into adulthood because she just pops out bastards every few years after I guess the lads of the town go take their turn on Kella. It's again a cast of characters. But then Sansa's just there, and we're like, "Hey, what are we doing here?" And Littlefinger's we're waiting for Lysa Arryn because I'm gonna marry her. Isn't that exciting? I'm gonna be your uncle. I'm gonna be your uncle, father, maybe something else. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you're interested, young 12-year-old girl. Do you remember I liked your mom? Anyway, but he's like, yeah. So we're gonna wait here until Lysa Arryn shows up. We're gonna head back to the Vale. I'm gonna marry her. You're going to be posing as my bastard daughter. And it is to that that Sansa promptly loses her mind. She's like, what? A bastard? I can't be a bastard. Look at me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not a monster. What are you talking about? And, fucking Peter is like, okay, yeah, but that's still like what you're gonna be. I'm gonna have knocked up someone who went and had you and gave you to the Silent Sisters, and now you don't want to be a Septus, and now you're contacting me. That's why you're appearing all of a sudden. Anyway, what do you want to be called? She's like, I don't know. I can use my mom's name. Littlefinger's like, that's a bad idea, 12-year-old girl. That would be a little obvious since you look like your mother. How about you go by my mother's name? My mother, Elaine. And
for no other reason.
God, the layers to Littlefinger.
The layer again. George over here with his mommy issues. George R.R. Martin. Like,
God, insane. But anyway, so now they're waiting at Littlefinger's like little holdings. They're waiting for Lysa to show up. She eventually does, and Littlefinger's like, "Oh, how exciting! So are we gonna head back to the Vale now so we can get married?" And Lysa's like, "No, I can't. I can't wait any longer. We're gonna get married here on the piles of shit and stone." And Littlefinger's like, "Oh, but wouldn't it be better to do a big wedding where all people of the Vale can be invited and watch publicly as we get married?" And Lysa's like, "No, I want to make a baby tonight. We're doing it tonight." And Littlefinger's like, fine, we'll do it tonight. So they get married. They have this little wedding feast, and then there's the bedding ceremony. And Lysa was born for the stage. She was born for the stage because she's got the lungs of like an 18th century opera singer and the improvisational skills of Robin Williams. And so everyone gets to hear as Littlefinger is, you would think, like, murdering this woman. Like,
again, his name is Littlefinger, to be clear, famously.
Apparently, it is in fact the motion of the ocean. And that matters.
It's how you use it.
If evidently, and I also believe that skill is important.
Skill is important, and boy, has he showed it. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah. So anyway, that happens, and also apparently because this is such a shitty small little keep, everyone gets to hear it, and like they're trying to play the music louder and shit, and there's nothing. There's nothing you can do to cover up the sound of Lysa Tully putting on her performance, like doing her night at the Met. It's here, and you will hear her roar.
Her night at the Met, but it's her OnlyFans. like,
Uh, anyway, next morning, everyone gets up and Littlefinger's like, Sansa, come talk to me
wait,
and
no,
Lysa.
you skipped a part.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry. Sorry. No, now I remember why I skipped it. But of course, because we can't just get through the evening. Sansa is just trying to chill with her like blind deaf dog that she's taken a liking to by the fire. And unfortunately, Marillion. Remember Marillion? He was that singer from the first book who was traveling with Catelyn and Tyrion. He's the one that gets Tyrion caught at the inn and then follows them to the Eyrie. Well, he's been with Lysa this whole time, and
That's has followed. I forgot what his fucking name was.
Yep. But Marillion has followed Lysa to marry Peter here, and he's like, hey, I'm really drunk. It's been a wedding. I've been singing all these love songs. My loins are on fire. So 12-year-old girl, little 12-year-old girl, you're a lady, right? Can I write you love songs? She's like, I'm 12. And he goes, well, I guess that's okay. And she's like, it's really not. Thank you very much. And anyway, he tries to get a little fresh. Luckily, Sir Luther Brune is there, and he's like, hey, go fuck yourself or I'll kill you. And at that, Merlin is like, fine. He goes away. Anyway, next morning, Littlefinger's like, Sansa, come talk to me and Lysa. And then just as Sansa's going into the room, he's like, hey, by the way, I told her who you are, so cool, peace. And he runs out of the room. And then Lysa just once again, the mood swings, on this woman, where she is just monologuing at Sansa, being like, "Oh, your mother's dead. How sad. You know how sad. Oh, I was so sad. I was so sad. But also, I didn't want to do anything about it. But I was sad. Anyway, your mother shouldn't have done all this shit. She's awful. And I was always prettier than her. I hope you know. I was so much hotter than your mom. I was so much hotter. Anyway, give me a kiss, little girl. Give me a kiss on the cheek. Also, are you a whore?" Are you a whore? Who you been fucking? Are you a child, 12-year-old girl? Are you a child? Did Tyrion fuck you? And Sansa, who is just like trying to keep up with all this, like, what? No, I'm not done anything. Can everyone stop being angry at me for 2 seconds? And Lysa's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to marry you to my creepy little just fucking marionette of a child. You're going to marry Robert Arryn. How exciting. But till then, because he's so little and small, you're just going to be his little, like, nursemaid. Isn't that fun? Ain't that nice? Cool. End of chapter. Yeah.
In unison. Oh, my God. So, yeah. I do love one of the first notes I wrote is like with Sir Luther. It's like why do we keep knighting just random dudes? I feel like we just keep knighting which like we learned which I wrote notes about as well. We learn who he is. There's a reveal. But like he's the Kettleback's father.
No.
Oh, is that the other guy?
That's the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
The guy named Oswell Kettleblack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. But anyways,
Luther Brune is just like one of Littlefinger's like helper dudes.
Yeah.
But I do think that speaks to like what knighthood has become at this point is it's not like, oh, I've achieved the highest level of being a good dude taking care of shit. It's, ooh, I did favors for the right person, and this is now what I got paid off with.
Which is funny, because when we get to the Jon chapter, that is revealed a little bit of some people who be throwing their titles around and like, well, I have these titles, and therefore you need to treat me with respect. And it's like,
sure.
but then we have the dramatic irony to know that they are not respectful men. So it is interesting that George is dovetailing this again of just like why we keep knighting people like this, because it even literally says it's like she's like, yeah, he just kind of like was helpful in like it was the Battle of the Blackwater, and so like because
Yeah.
of that he got a knighthood. Like,
And I will say that I love how once again like Sansa is Catelyn's daughter because she can't just look at Sir Luthor and be like, yeah, I guess he's just a douche. She's like, God, but I have to remember he's a knight, but it's so hard to remember with how broke he looks, with that fuck ass outfit, with those patch breeches, with those scuffed boots, with that cracked leather. What self-respecting knight would be seen publicly in cracked leather? Like, God, I love it. Sansa, you and Catelyn, you're a different kind. Like, it's great. I love
they,
it.
they don't make up like they used to.
No.
But then we do get Littlefinger, which we kind of mentioned, lying about Shay because he's trying to comfort the 12.
Tysha.
Oh, Tysha, yeah. There's so many. There's two. I know. But then
One and then two.
oh my god, shut up.
I'm just playing. I'm funny. Remember? Laugh.
No.
Ha.
But then he's trying to comfort the 12-year-old, like, hey, don't worry, 12-year-old. Like I know you feel a certain kind of way about your husband, but he was a piece of shit, and he's awful, and oh, his what he did to his wife. His first wife, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Tyrion can't catch a break. Like,
And I will say it was this whole chapter kind of like obviously like Sansa isn't going to feel too bad for Tyrion in general. Like he is a member of the family that like decimated hers, but she does kind of like Tyrion in a way because like Tyrion does have like a modicum of loyalty to like Sansa like in absentia, and Sansa seems to kind of as well. Where like Littlefinger's obviously like trying to like make him look bad and is like, oh, I bet the dwarf never told you that he was married once before, and Sansa's like, no, he did. He did. He told me. Like, it's okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we do get a really dumb pun from Littlefinger
Okay.
because he's talking about his castle, and he's like, yeah, my castle sucks. It's the worst. It's the dumbest castle ever, and he calls it the Dreer Fort.
I wrote he is the Lord of Sheep Shit and the Master of the Dreer Fort. I love that. I love that.
The Dreer Fort. The Dreer
It's the Dread Fort.
Yeah,
the
I
Dread
know.
Fort.
I know.
I love it. I love it. You know what? He's making lemonade out of lemons. Okay, baby. Like
George high-fived himself when he wrote that line. Oh my god!
I also just like love how openly he just hates his home, and he's gonna be very like self-deprecating about it. Like, yep, look at all I have. Like, do you get why I do what I do, kid?
You know what it's when you visit your hometown for like the first time in a while, especially like if you're gay and you're like, fuck this town, I'm bigger than this town, and then you go back for the first time and you like bring like a partner or someone, you're like, yeah, isn't it shit? This place is shit. It's the worst. Yeah, no, we get it. Coming home for holidays is never fun. But then oh, the other thing I wrote, but like in relation to him, it's like Littlefinger wants to be clever so bad. Like he wants to be clever so bad, which is why he'd be like trying to drop these like bangers. It's like, you're not a Tyrion Lannister, like, buddy, a Tyrion Lannister you are not. Like you're not dumb, you're not bad. Sometimes you'll have a funny moment, but like, stop trying. He tries too hard.
No, he absolutely. This whole chapter is like him performing for Sansa, which is so like, it's icky. It's absolutely icky because his whole thing with her is icky. It's also funny because it is so apparent. Like, he wants to look so smart
to the 12-year-old. To the
12-year-old. Be like, oh, am I impressive? 12-year-old? And she's like, yeah, sure.
There was this. I remember there was this this TikToker that had this like funny video where she was like, hey, so the cool teacher in your like middle school or high school that everyone loved, they weren't cool because they were trying to be cool to children. and that's
Yeah.
weird. She's like the cool teacher, like the actual cool teachers were the ones that everyone was like, "Ugh, Mr. So and So is the worst." It's like because he cared about his job and he cared about you guys. Like the cool teacher was just like, "I need the 14-year-olds to like me." So I'm gonna do 6'7", like or whatever. Like and make them all cackle like but that is Littlefinger. It's like, dude, she's 12. Like, why are you trying to impress the 12-year-old? I get it. It's because you got like Catelyn mommy issue galore and you have now projected it onto this child, but just stop it. Stop talking to the little girl. Anyways, but then we meet the liberated woman herself, Kayla, who's
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
We love a liberated woman. We love a liberated woman who's just like, because like the way that she's like, I don't know whose this is. I don't know, because it's just
I
crazy, crazy.
it yeah, no, the sorry, I'm trying to wrap my this like cast of characters is so funny because it's just like this like group of old decrepit people who have just been left alone to manage the heap of stones and dung because that is what
Yeah.
this home is.
Well, and
And
I love how because it's been so long since he's come back that like
mhm.
one of them was like, "Oh, he's like, didn't I make you like the captain of the guards or whatever last time?" And he's like, "Yep, me and the dog. You said you'd get me some men. Never got those men."
No. And you know what? We need the men to defend all that we hold dear. Anyway, how many sheep was it, Kella? She's like,
23.
well, she's like 23. It was 29, but one of them got killed, and then we killed a few others, and now it's 23. And Littlefinger's like 23 sheep, hey, like. Hey,
We're
my
rolling it.
fields, my herds of sheep.
God above.
Ugh. I also I did want to mention real quick. We skimmed past it a little bit. I did think it was so cruel to tell Sansa like, "Hey, we're going home," and then being like, "Psych, it's my home." Like Littlefinger, like we know, like you. This isn't slick. This isn't like, oh, what did you misunderstand me? Like, no, you told her what you needed to tell her to keep her calm, and now like you have once again pulled the rug out from under her. Like, God,
He was
all these adults suck.
yeah, it's not great. It's not great out
No.
here. But anyways, and then Sansa again is just like ill this whole chapter. She's just ill
Yeah.
because she's been on this ship, and she's still like traumatized from witnessing murder, again,
Yeah.
and horrible murder this time. Horrible murder, even of someone she hated, and they're like now eating fruit and wine for the tummy, and and then we get a metaphor, Ronnie. We get a metaphor.
Uh-huh.
Don't you love a metaphor?
I do.
Because he goes, hey, I love pomegranates. Boy, I love them, but they're so messy, and you always gotta keep your hands clean, little girl. You gotta keep your hands clean of everything. Anyways, here's my Machiavellian 101 class. Like,
It's so fun. Like the level of like, hey, this is a metaphor that he does like for every. It really is giving like, I'm the
edgelord.
inspirational English teacher.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
help you make the connections between your literature and the world, and you're gonna understand that like, oh, the struggle with the administration, it's just like the French Revolution, don't you know? Don't you know these things are all the same? Like, you just have to connect the dots here. And that's what he's doing. He's just like he's performing coolness, but for the lens of a 12-year-old.
For a
For the
12 year
lens,
old. For a
yeah.
12-year old. The other line I wrote down during this whole like diatribe we get is a harp can be
Uh-huh.
as dangerous as a sword in the right hands. As a musician, boo. Boo.
Spicer, your words and your music, they, they can change the world, okay? They can change the world, okay?
Oh my god.
You can defeat capitalism. You can defeat fascism. It's up to you. And the only reason they haven't been defeated yet, it's because you haven't written the song, baby.
Oh,
You
I
haven't written the special song, the
yeah.
song, the one
The
that does
song.
it all.
The one that does it all. It's not the fact that the moderates keep undermining anyone who's trying to do anything. It has nothing to do with that. Anyways,
No, I got the music in me, but it's magic. Get it?
yeah,
Get it?
yeah,
It's because
yeah,
music
yeah,
is
yeah,
magic.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I see what you're doing here. Okay,
Yeah.
Littlefinger. Like,
Also, before we get into the meat of that, his whole like introductory lesson, I do want to mention we do get like a little bit of lore, a little Littlefinger lore, if you will, because Littlefinger, his sigil, as long as we have known it, is his little mockingbird. Because get it, mockingbird. But in actuality, that isn't like House Baelish's actual sigil, because House Baelish is a relatively new house, which is why they have a shit piece of land on the fingers. It's because not Tyrion, Peter's, I think it was grandfather,
yes.
was originally from Bravos, so he's from Essos, and came here as a sellsword, did well, got a piece of land, got knighted, yada yada. And so the actual sigil is just the head of the Titan of Bravos with fire coming out of his eyes. But I love that when Sansa sees it and Littlefinger's like, yeah, no, this is what like the sigil is meant, like originally was. And she's like, wow, it's very fierce. And he's like, yeah, a little too fierce. It's kind of false advertising, don't you think? Like, I can't pull this off, so I'm gonna go with my bird. My bird is a lot more sensible.
Oh my god. Um. Also, just some more like dumb lines where because he's just trying to be like, uh, again, just like the impressive teacher to the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
The king slaying stew of where he's talking about the combination of like because he's sort of talking about how like the Tyrells he sort of engineered this all because he's just
Yes.
his brain is this big. And he basically was like, I got them to put Loras on the King's Guard, which Olenna Tyrell kind of realized, oh shit, that's not good because he's gonna do because if there's Joffrey and Loras and Marjorie, he's gonna want to protect Marjorie, and he's probably gonna kill the king, and so it's king slaying stew. And I'm like, again, you think you're so clever, Littlefinger, shut up.
Okay, I laughed at that one. I laughed at that one. that one was kind of good. I liked it.
Oh my god. And also, just again, everyone with Loras, just say the F slur. Save yourself some time. Save yourself some time. Save yourself some time.
I love how everyone dances around it. We are tippity tap dancing, like because we don't want to call him what we want to call him.
Yeah, well, because he's like, oh yeah, and I saved them the trouble of having to find a wife for their third son, which I don't think he would have wanted either. And I'm like, oh god, just say the F slur, just do it at this point. Jesus Christ.
We also get the fun exchange where he's like prepping her for what he's going to tell Lysa and her people when they get there, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to call you a bastard." Whatever. She has her like little freak out about it, where she's like, "Absolutely not. What are you talking about?" And then my favorite bit where he's like trying to give her like a fake history, and she's like, "Okay, who's my mother?" And he responds like, Kella, like the one that fucks all the local boys, and Sansa responds, "Please no." And he's like,
Even in this like fake narrative that's not real, we need a semblance. We need a semblance.
"Yeah, please, I beg of you."
Oh my god.
And then I do love I do love this idea as like part of her backstory is like, hey, like you were given to the faith, but you decided not to become a scepter or whatever. But I need you to like learn the religious text super well, and I need you to like act really pious because there's nothing people hate more than people who just spout religious verses at you, so they won't ask you too many questions if you're only talking in religious speak. I'm like, you know what? That's actually That's a great plan.
Have you heard about your Lord and Savior, the Father? Like,
Yeah. No, thank you. And then I closed the door on the missionary's face. Um, but but yeah, no, I love that. And also he I like that once he started with Sansa, he will not drop calling it the Game of Thrones. It's so fun. Like we dropped it like once in the first book, and it was like, it's a Game of Thrones. Oh, I get it. Hey, whatever. But now he's like, yes, the Game of Thrones.
Some people are players and some people are pawns and they don't even realize they're pawns. And but they think they're players. Cersei thinks she's a player. Ooh.
I will say I do love his assessment of Cersei. Like it's very ungenerous, but I do love that he calls her utterly predictable. She relies entirely on beauty, birth, and riches, and she wants power, but would have no notion of what to do when she gets it. I'm like, well.
Yeah.
Buckle up for Feast of Crows, baby.
Yeah. He's in the fucking walls.
Yeah, we'll get there, baby. We'll get there.
Oh my god. But then who should arrive?
Wait, no. Well, we also find out. Find out. He gets introduced. He introduces her to Oswell. And it's like, hey, do you recognize him?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't fucking. Who is this man? I'm sorry to this man.
Sorry to this man.
And he like smiles at her. She's like, wait, you look like those asshole brothers that just like appear all over King's Landing now. He's like, yeah. And I will say this was an interesting like move that I was like, oh, that's brilliant, because like Cersei thinks she has like these guys under her thumb. Tyrion is like, I have paid off the guys that Cersei thinks that she has under her thumb. Meanwhile, Littlefinger, yeah, no, I sent the guys that Cersei would use to have Tyrion use to do this, and I'm like, damn, that is some multi-level chess right there. Like, that's fun.
Yeah, God above. But then, because he says, "Oh, I'm gonna marry your aunt. Don't you like that little?"
Yeah.
Girl? And then Auntie shows up. And again, Sansa is just her mother's daughter, and reads this woman for filth in her head. She's like, she's ugly, gray hair, bad skin, saggy breasts. Like, reads this woman down for everything that she is. And I'm like, okay, I don't like Lady Erin. I don't like her. She's weird. she's got like weird what's her face from Deliverance, like she never got out of the cock-a-doodle car. It's that
you were combining things.
Yeah.
That's Misery, not Deliverance.
Misery, forgive me. It's very that coded. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be mean. You don't gotta be mean. Like,
but again, you know what? And this is probably why I love Sansa so much. Like, is she mean? Absolutely. But she keeps it all inside, baby. And like, that's what one should do. Yeah, I think people are allowed to be as mean as they want. Just don't say shit out loud. Yeah, just like, why are you sharing? Certain things are meant to stay in your head, and that's okay.
She's learning her inside voice.
Yeah, I love one of the descriptions we get of Lysa from Sansa is like when she first like comes up and she's like, I know she's supposed to be my mother's younger sister, but she looks 10 years older. So damn, girl, damn,
ruthless.
Oh, and then ew. Sorry, when Lysa's saying hi to Littlefinger and like gives him a kiss. Oh, the Georgie, nasty. He wrote, she pooched her lips. I know, I get it. But I'm like, pooched. That is a visceral word. I didn't like what that did to my body when I read it. It wasn't great.
I mean, this whole scene is just uncomfortable because I do again it's Misery because she doesn't I love how she doesn't swear. She doesn't say like shit. She says poo the piece, poo this, poo that. She just says poo. poop, poop.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like it's very that it's giving he never got out of the cockadoodie car. Like she doesn't swear, so she comes up with these little like idioms that she has. It's just oh my god,
Mhm.
oh my god. But then the saddest wedding ever, cause I need you
I
now.
need you now. I need you now. And I love Sansa watching Littlefinger suddenly not be fully in control and be irritated. Because like if I remember correctly, like she's watching him and there's like a flick in his eye when Lysa is clearly fucking up his plan. Because like not only does he want to marry her, but he wants to do it because he wants to do it publicly. He wants everyone in the Vale to watch him because she's about to name him after wedding him the protector of the Vale. He's going to be in charge of an entire region now. That's kind of going to be more difficult for him to, like jump into that position if these people have at least not been prepped with the idea that he is marrying her. But she's like, no, gotta have you now, baby.
Oh my god!
I
And then
want that good, good.
and
I want that
she
good,
wants that
good.
little finger. She wants it so bad.
What do that little finger do?
But what do that little finger? That's the name of the episode. But what do that little finger do?
Oh,
Oh my god! And it's a fucking picture of the actor like smirking. You know the one. You know the one.
bestie,
Anyways,
bestie.
but then I did write down something stupid because they're talking about all the songs that the singer sings, which we forgot. It's our boy from the first book,
Yeah.
Marilyn, Marlin from Finding Nemo, like
Marillion.
Marillion,
Marillion. Yeah.
Marillion. Oh my god! What you didn't know is that singer is in blue. He's in turquoise. He's Marillion.
I need it here.
Oh my god!
Also, George thinks he's funny. George thinks he's funny with some of those song titles.
Oh, that's what I wrote down because he wrote down
Okay.
seasons of love. It's
And two hearts that beat as one. Just good job, sir.
yeah.
Um, and then Lysa just screaming. I wrote Lysa screaming is wild. Like her and George is at it again with his like let me phonetically write out what these screams, these oohs and ahs all look like.
These
And
girls, like God, which where are the writers writing out that kind of shit anymore? You cowards! You cowards!
cowards.
You
Yeah.
cowards! Just write out your weird sounding words. Like Lindsay Ellis has a good new video on Romantasy on her Patreon. It's so good, and she talks about this of where she's like, it used to be like in sci-fi and fantasy, they just like make shit up. They just like make names up, and you get like the Grr people or whatever. And she's like, and they don't do that now, and I'm sad and I'm mad about. It. She's
Yeah.
like, oh my god. But I know I love it. I love it when we phonetically spell shit out. It's funny. Before that though, when we had because we have the bedding ceremony, which trauma, hey,
Oh.
for Sansa,
Ooh.
because she has to help undress Littlefinger, who is described as smiling at Sansa. And apparently, because again, in the bedding ceremony, you're supposed to like say a bunch of body things, like "ooh, yeah, what that little finger do," right? Like whatever to him, and but then he's whipping him back, and I'm like, "Sir,
I will say I was grateful to George for not actually writing down what he
thank
was
you,
saying back.
thank you,
Like, thank you,
thank you,
thank
thank
you,
you."
thank you for just letting him be my imagination, and then that way I can just kind of skim on by it, you know.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but then you know what? One of the right lines that she screams out that I wrote down,
Mhm.
"Make me another sweet little baby."
Yeah,
Another.
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 Mm.
What could that mean?
What could it mean, Spicer? What could it
What could it
mean?
mean? Perhaps a mystery that we've been
Perhaps-
unraveling.
Yeah.
God above.
Weird that. I also like that her screaming Peter for like an entire line sets the dogs barking. Like, she is so loud and performative that the dogs are like, what's going on? Are we under attack? What are we doing? Woof, 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 woof.
Oh my god. But then, of course, it's this is Westeros, and because men, I guess, just are like drunk and are like, I guess, even though there are other women, even though there's literally a woman known for being a free woman who's like, hey, I'm an adult woman, and let's have a frolic in the field, shall we say?
Come here, sailor boy. Like,
come here, hey, hoy, sailor boy. Like, even though we got that lady, he's like, nah, not her. The 12-year-old. Come here, 12-year-old, little girl. Like, what? And then just like the way he just like talks about it. But then Luther comes in and is like, I'll cut you.
Thank God for that man. Thank God for that man in his hideous outfit, because he really shows up and saves the day after Marillion's like, hey, I could sing a duet for your breasts. And I was like, Christ above, burn him now. I hate it.
Off the cliffs he goes. Well,
through the moon door.
Well, then we do get a little bit it sort of, as she's like, oh shit, that's crazy, because he sort of says, like, you know, when Luther's talking, she thinks it's the Hound for a second, because she can't like see him because it's dark, and she's like, no, that's crazy, the Hound is gone, the Hound's gone, it's crazy. Anyways, her trauma. But then the next morning, and we talk to Auntie, and Auntie is like, hey, so you're a beggar now because your home is destroyed and all your family are dead. And yeah, you come from a proud family, but like, they're all dead now. So you're a beggar. Beggars can't be choosers. So you're just gonna do what I tell you, even though I sympathize with you and I am your aunt. But you're just gonna do what I tell you to do now. Doesn't that sound fun, little girl? Little girl.
Weird how it doesn't. That whole scene. It is Lysa. We overuse the word crazy just in general as a society, but damn, crazy. She's all over the place.
Crazy. You must always let him win. You must let him win, my child, when you play games with him, because that's your job now. You're here to play games with him. So, but you have to let him win.
Because he'll lose it if not. Great. The creepy little puppet boy will be like, no, the young lady hasn't let me win. God. I do love when she first is seeing Lysa. Lysa's like, oh, you look like Catelyn. That's not flattery. I'm like, what? God, she's just so unnecessarily mean. And then I used to be hotter than your mom when I married Jon Arryn. I'm like, okay, sure.
I can't with people like that. Because guess what? That's not real anymore, even if that was. So...
Like, no, Catelyn obviously got that skin routine down, and you have not, my dear, because the way that Sansa, like, because Lysa's like, oh, come give me a kiss on the cheek, and Sansa goes up to her, and the line is, she was drenched in sweet scent, though under was a sour, milky smell, and her cheek tasted of paint and powder. Damn.
Yeah, nasty word.
Also, the line that kind of wrecked me during this part, when Lysa's talking to Sansa about she wants him to marry Robert, and Sansa's like, oh yeah, no one will ever marry me for love. Like, they will only ever marry me for my claim. Like, that's all I'm ever gonna have. How fucking depressing. Yay, but you know, guess what? She gets to be his nanny. She gets to be future husband's nanny.
And isn't that's how fun? She became the nanny. But in this version, the nanny has to marry the person that she's nannying.
Oh God, no. Wild.
That's all I got.
Yeah. No, same. So let's take a break, and we will be right back. War in the North. We're back, baby. We're back. Boom, 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 the wall. Ah, crazy. There's a wall. There's a wall. I'm keeping Spicer entertained here. I'm gonna keep him entertained through confusion. What's he gonna say next? What's happening?
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
Jon IX. Jon, he's on the wall again. Are you happy? He's he's on the wall again, and really he hasn't left because he lives on the wall now.
This
It takes so long.
This is your home.
This is your home. This is your home now. And it's the wall is too basically their little pulley system takes too fucking long. And they basically so all of them are just living up there because they have to keep fighting the wildlings who continually try to breach the wall, though unsuccessfully. And Jon wakes up from his slumber, and he's like, "Oh God, okay, it's morning again." They go, and they're like, "Oh no, there's arrows shooting up." And Pip's like, "Yes, it's our breakfast arrows. How fun!" Let's ignore the fact that someone got killed with one of those and is just laying there now. But whatever, it's fine. But their breakfast arrows come. They're like, "Hey, well, another day of war. I'm Jon Snow, me and my crutch hobbling around because I've never gotten to heal properly. I've never gotten to heal, and this is like what the battles have like stopped being counted because it's just all blending together. But he's like, okay, let's get going. They realize that the wildlings are building a turtle. The turtle, and it is just this like giant. It's basically like an armored tank. They're like building this like big what is essentially a turtle shell, and then covering it with like rawhides and shit, so that like they can't be shot with arrows. Fire arrows won't work, and then they can use it to basically cross the no man's land, park it in front of the door to the wall, and then hack up the door and burst through finally. So Jon is like, okay, well, we gotta take care of this, but don't worry, because Jon has a plan. Because he is ingenuity incarnate, okay, baby. And he's like, hey, so we're out of everything, but we got these barrels and we're filling them with gravel, and then we're gonna fill that with water, and then leave them on our ice wall to freeze overnight. Because we're out of boulders, but we can make boulders, baby. We can make boulders. So that's what they do. They make boulders out of these things. And so once the turtle is like close to the wall, and it's like they're gonna start doing all their hacking and stuff. They've tried shooting it full of fire arrows, nothing's worked. They're like, okay, get the barrels. And as a group, they go and they drop 3 of them down, and they break the shit out of this turtle thing. And then all the wildlings underneath, they're fleeing, and then fucking Satin is like shooting them full of arrows. He's like, I'm Satin, I'm hot. And
our twink is now truly a demon twink now because he's killing people.
But because of that, Jon is like, okay, cool, all in a day's work. You know what? I need sleep. I truly need sleep because I haven't been sleeping. So I'm gonna sleep in the King's Tower or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna take the big boy. I'm gonna take the big boy hut. And I'm gonna have Aemon give me some dream wine, and I'm gonna get some slumber. And so that's what he goes and he does. He gets some good sleep, but oh no, he's woken up. He's woken up by some randos. He's like, who the fuck are you? They're like, come with us, Jon Snow. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? I thought I was in charge. But then they take him up, and there's a bunch of new people over here, and who is it? It's Alliser Thorne. Alliser Thorne has shown up from, was it Eastwatch? Yes. The Shadow Tower. Eastwatch. Okay, he's shown up from Eastwatch with some people. We found out that one of the towers basically like there's no more men coming to Castle Black because everyone is basically stuck where they were, trapped in their own battles. It's a whole thing. They've lost a lot of men. Nightmare fuel. But anyway, so Alliser Thorne has shown up with a bunch of newbies, and who is amongst them but Janos Slynt, who is apparently in charge now, who has just been like, well, I'm a name kind of to some people with the right knowledge of modern events, and I am in charge now. And I hear that you're a traitor, Jon Snow. And Jon Snow's like, what? What am I? Why am I doing this again? We've been through this. Like, I'm exonerated. And they're like, no, we don't trust you because Janos Slynt don't trust no one. Janos Slynt has the best instincts in the world. He's Janos Slynt after all. Also, this is Janos Slynt speaking and saying all these things, because he speaks in the third person. And then Alistair Thorne is like, yeah, no, him and his bastard blood. He likes to be called Lord Snow. And Jon's like, you gave me that nickname. You did that. What are you talking about? But finally, like, Maester Aemon chimes in, sorry, and is like, hey, we've been through this. He's fine. Why are you guys making him repeat everything? Because that's what they're doing. They're making Jon repeat the whole story of like, oh, were you a turncloak? Did you kill Qhorin Halfhand? Did you do all this stuff? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, he's been great. And since he's been back, he's been taking care of shit. He's been in charge. He's been defending. If he was really a turncloak, he'd let them in. But no one listens to Aemon. And they're like, okay, bring in our witness. And they bring in this like scraggly little man. and they're like, hey, did Jon Snow kill Qhorin Halfhand and do all this bad shit? And the skinny little man's like, yes, he did. And it isn't until he starts talking that Jon's like, oh my god, you're Rattleshirt. You're Rattleshirt without your bones. And fucking Rattleshirt's like, yeah, I'm scary still though. I'm Lord of Bones. And everyone's like, shut up.
And they just kick him.
And they just kick him. But anyway, they're I'm trying to basically Janos Slynt he doesn't like Jon because
he's Ned Stark's son.
Because he's Ned Stark's son. He's like, I fucking hate you. And Janos Slynt is clearly not over how he was dismissed from King's Landing. So here we are, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to take you to a cell, Jon Snow, and we're going to decide what to do with you. Okay, cool. And at that point, Jon's like, fuck these guys, and he tries to strangle Alistair Thorne. And meanwhile, I'm just cheering. I'm like, kill him! Kill the bitch!
You get him, baby!
And then the chapter ends, of course. What'd you think? Spice cake, Spice Rhani, Spice cabinet,
Spice
East
rack.
India Trading Company, spices.
Spice rack. Ooh, that'd be a good drag name. Spice rack.
Yeah.
And then like she's busty. She's a busty queen. Like,
you know what? Ooh. I got it.
and then, no, it's great because then it's Spice Rack, and then I come out and I like it's one of those like reveal like those burlesque things, but instead it opens up and it's like an actual Spice Rack, and I like hand like thyme and cinnamon out to people in the audience. That's a great number. That's great, and it's to the Spice Girls. Oh, if you want to be my lover. That's great. Comment in the comments about how great that was. Oh my god. Anyways, siege. We're being sieged. We're being besieged.
Yes.
Breakfast arrows, hilarious.
Pip, I'm really excited for your stand-up career. Like, I hope you get through this, if only so that we can get to that part, you know?
Yeah, God, you're gonna rock Old Town, you know, like. But anyways, so but I do love we get a fun Georgeism, George Westerosism or Osism, because we learn that in Westeros telescopes are called Mirish eyes.
Yes.
And isn't that fun?
Yeah. Isn't it nice to be nice? Isn't it? Yeah, no, I did think that was rather fun. And Jon is putting that telescope to work because he's like, hey, Aemon can't use this shit no more. He don't see so good. So what if I use it to spy on the enemy? And he's like, okay, well, can't find Mance, but there's his very pregnant wife like doing some cleaning. Like, okay, cool. There's Val milking a goat. There's Tormund with his sons doing shit. Like, he can see everyone except Mance Rayder.
Yeah, weird that. Anyways, but then we also learned our fave Z left.
Yeah, I was
abandoned.
Like, oh,
which
abandoned ship. Z being told like, hey, go to Molestown and like ask the people like, please join us and help us because we're really running low. We could use their help. And then not getting word back, sending someone else and being like, oh, the entire town has just left. They've just completely left, and Z has apparently gone with them. How sad. How fucking sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then
But hey,
but I'm sorry. What?
I was gonna say, but hey, the turtle.
The turtle. I was so confused at first. They're talking about this fucking turtle. Like, is this like a kind of siege weapon? Which I guess it is.
Yeah.
But and this, which I love. This is the plan. This is the
Yeah.
plan. This is what's gonna do. This is. I just
Hmm.
A for effort. A for effort,
Yeah.
guys. And
Yeah.
they're like this mammoth hide that we've constructed. This is what will break through. And it
Uh-huh.
just again, it just highlights the thing that like Jon pointed out very early on when he saw this army. He's like, it's a real big army. There's no way that they'll stand a chance. Like they have no training, they have no skill sets. Like they don't understand how to lay siege. And not only are they laying siege, they're laying siege to the biggest wall in the world. 900 feet tall, and they're like, we can get
700. How dare you? How dare you?
forgive me over but yeah, we're gonna break through, but then they don't. Surprise, surprise, they don't break through.
Yeah.
And
Hey, I mean, it had. I will say, I'm going to defend them a little bit here. Had John not thought to do the thing with the barrels, because again, they're not doing this until like the defenders on the wall are depleted.
yeah.
Had John not thought of the barrel thing, this very well should have worked. Like, they came up with a siege weapon that like is very difficult to fight against, especially once you are out of all of the big guns. Like you don't got your boulders to catapult. You don't have any more pitch or whatever to like pour down on them. Like this, as long as you can avoid the arrows, you can get in. But no, but once again, like the ingenuity of John, the Night's Watch, whatever, like being like, oh, hey, let's
which
make boulders.
yeah, which then just kind of is the irony of what happens next to John, of where John's like, I would like to go and heal a little bit, please. I would like to take a nap. Can I please go take a nap? And he goes and takes a nap, but then is rudely woken up by. I literally wrote, "Ugh, it's Janos." Like
Yeah.
she's back. She's back. I just God, and he's just such a little he's such a little bitch boy. I hate Janos Slint. He's so dumb. Oh my god. And him being like, I, the Lord of Harrenhal.
You never stepped foot in Harrenhal, babe. I'm sorry. You didn't. No, that was crazy. But yeah, no, him and the combination specifically of Janos Slint and Alistair Thorne. Rotten, rancid, disgusting.
Yeah. Did someone say trouble? Make it double.
Yeah.
Which is which? Which is which?
I
Janos,
don't know, but
Janos is the one doing
they're
drag.
neither of them are fun. Neither of them are fun.
Janos is the one doing drag. He's the boy
Sure.
one doing drag.
It's but no, it's wild how like Alistair Thorne is like so contemptible, and as is Janos Slint. You put them together and I was like, oh, I forgot like the level of irritation that these two bring. Ugh,
just like
no,
why
thank
why
you.
and then like and then Aemon being like, why are you coming for this guy? Like he's literally just saved us again, and
Mhm.
y'all are like, no, he's a turncloak, even though he's literally killing all of the people. Like
He's
what?
literally leading the defense of the wall. Mind you, the successful defense of the wall. They haven't gotten through yet because because Jon Snow lives on the wall now. He lives on the wall. He wakes up every morning. He eats his breakfast arrows, and then he gives as good as he takes, and then he goes to sleep again on the wall. Like it. It doesn't logically make sense. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Alistair and Janos, what the fuck have you guys been doing? What the fuck have you guys been doing?
Just vibing.
Just vibing.
Poorly.
Vibing at Eastwatch.
Because you know the vibes are rancid. Because
Oh
you
my
know the vibes are
God.
rancid.
Like, and you know that Janos is spinning him a yarn. He's like, I was so important. I was so important in King's Landing. And Alistair's like, wow, a real lord, not Lord Snow. Oh my god.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Anyways, that's all I got. and
Oh,
oh really?
oh, okay.
Well,
Um,
I mean, and then top 10 anime betrayals, and like,
sure, sure. I was okay. Um, uh, just some notes of things that I liked.
oh my god,
What? I still
I
had
don't like
half.
it. I didn't, I didn't,
Okay,
I didn't, I didn't have a lot of notes. I didn't have a lot of notes.
okay. No thoughts, all vibes. It's fine. It's fine. I just, um, okay. So yeah. God. Okay. I did love when let's see. Alistair is talking to John and he's like, okay, so what were you guys doing up there? And he's like, okay, well, Corin Halfhand was worried about like Mance Rayder potentially finding the Horn of Winter, so that's why he had me go kind of like investigate and pose as one of them. And and Alistair responds like, "Oh, were you commanded to count their snarks too?" I want to punch him. I want to punch him in his face.
But don't
Punch him
worry,
in his dumb face.
Because John slings it right back at him and goes, "No, I counted the giants."
Yes. Giants and mammoths, actually. Thank you very much. And then, oh my god, fucking Jano Slint. Not only like the third person bullshit, but continually correcting John and being like, call me my lords. And I know that this isn't. I know that this isn't a book, then this is a show invention with the like my lord versus my lord thing, and that's how you can like tell if someone's highborn. I'm like, you're correcting him. You're correcting him and using like the lowborn version
Yeah.
of the saying, and yeah, I know that's a different canon, but like that is what I was thinking of. I'm like, you can't even like my lord, you can't even say the 2 word sentence. Like that's fine, whatever. Jano Slint, God, he's so fucking
Lord of
irritating.
Harrenhal. Lord of Harrenhal.
Lord of Harrenhal. Haven't stepped foot in it. Was Lord of Harrenhal for all of 5 minutes. But sure. Rattleshirt looking crazy without his bones, I think is hilarious because he was so fucking irritating. In that last book, so
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like him sans bones. It's great. And then when I'm trying to remember the exact phrasing when like they're talking about Rattleshirt, like oh he was fighting and blah blah blah, but we captured him, and Rattleshirt tries to chime in with like the all men fear the Lord of Bones, and
And then they
everyone's
just
just like
kick him.
shut, and they just kick him. They're like shut up, shut up. Um. Oh my god! And then like Jano Slint continually being like, "Oh, do you think my head is stuffed with cabbage? Do you think it's stuffed with cabbage, young man?" And John being like, "I don't know what your head is stuffed with. Sorry, sir." Like,
Oh.
yeah, the burn was burning. It was good. And okay, and then the final thing, I'm like, what did I write? John should have killed Alistair, choke him out. That's what I wrote. That's all I wanted for Christmas.
Yeah. God above.
But yeah,
Anyways.
and then John's in prison. How fucking sad. How fucking sad. After
Yeah.
all that work, we've watched 3 chapters in a row of John fighting battles
In fever. While
in
having a fever.
fever. I, while he's not getting to canoodle with the cute little twink that he's been secluded with, like not fair. He's shown that he is so responsible. He didn't canoodle that twink once, not once.
Yeah. God. So strong. Anyways.
So strong. Anyway, now I'm done. Thank you so much for your patience, your understanding, and a third thing, because cleverness comes in 3s, but who needs the actual content?
Okay.
Anyway.
Littlefinger.
How dare you? How dare you? You're not 12. You're not a 12-year-old I'm trying to impress. Okay, anyway, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Gotta get some texture. You
Yeah.
remember texture?
I'm just trying to live, man.
You're great. You're great. Bald is a feeling.
Why you keep coming for me? I'm just
Who says it's coming for you? Who says it's coming for you? Am I coming for the sky when I say it's blue? That don't mean that blue ain't pretty.
Oh my. Oh.
That was deep.
That was hashtag deep.
That was hashtag deep. Thank you.
It really makes you think. We live in a society.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back. So, Tyrion. Tyrion 10.
You know who's not bald? You know who's not bald?
Tyrion.
Oh my god. But Sue maybe.
Hey, we don't know. We don't know things. Tyrion 10. Tyrion, he's conflicted. Because yes, the wall sucks. And the prospect of going to the wall really sucks. But hey, no Cersei. And that's tempting. That is a very tempting reality right there. But he's just sitting there in his little like confined space and is thinking his thoughts. What should I do? Should I confess and go to the wall? And like, yeah, it sucks, but hey, I could do pretty good there. I'd be away from Cersei, and like, yeah, there are vows, but hey, they got that brothel in Molestown. I think I could make it work. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to decide. Excuse me. But then Pod's there because he's like, hey, gotta get you dressed. We're going to the final day of the trial. And Tyrion has a little moment with Pod where he's like, hey, do you think I did it? And Pod, of course, can't talk so good. So he's like, I don't. And Tyrion's like, it's fine. You know what? You're a good kid. Thanks for being a good kid. I really have appreciated you this whole time. You deserve better than me. And Pod's like, wait, anyway. Then they go to the trial. They sit down. Tyrion's like, okay, let's listen to this shit. And who is marched in but Shay? Shay is marched in, and Tyrion's like immediately like, oh no, I shouldn't have ever put her as one of Sansa's maids. That was so dumb. Why did I do that? Why am I the architect of my own demise here?
And also,
crazy.
Why did I have the guy who's the CIA operative and the guy who's literally known for using his network of spies to exact his plots? Why did I say, hey, can you hide my girlfriend, my secret girlfriend? Secret girlfriend, this is my secret girlfriend. Also, can I fuck her in your bed?
Yeah. Why did Tyrion go, hey, J. Edgar Hoover, will you help me be my secret keeper for all my most precious and dangerous secrets?
And J. Edgar Hoover said, yes,
yes. He said, yes, let me put the dress back on, please.
But literally.
literally. Hey, it works. But yeah, so she shows up. But oh no, she is being a little extra with her storytelling abilities here. Because Shay immediately starts making shit up. She's like, yes, him and Sansa, they planned it all together. They talked about it all the time. Every dinner, every meal, they're like, oh, let's mention things. Let's keep mentioning things. And then, not only that, but I am not just a maid. I am his abused victim who was... who he stole.
Promise.
I was promised to a squire. I was going to marry him. He was the best guy around. But then Tyrion put him on the front lines and he died. And then I was brought to Tyrion and I was kept as his sex slave. And then he made me do terrible things. And I hated every second of it. And he made me call him my giant. And then everyone starts laughing. She's like, yes, my giant of Lannister. And everyone starts laughing some more. And it's at this point that Tyrion is just like, yep, I'm done. I'm done.
So fucked. I'm
fucked. And now I fucking hate all of you. And he stands up and he's like, hey, I'm ready to confess. And they're like, oh, you killed Joffrey? He's like, nope. I did a worse thing. I was born and I survived and I'm a dwarf. And that is my original sin, if you will. And Tywin's like, that's not what we're doing. He's like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I'm good and y'all are pieces of shit. So fuck it. Fuck all y'all. Fuck this place. Fuck this pile of red shit that is King's Landing. I want a trial by battle. Give it to me. Give it to me, please.
And Cersei goes, yeah.
Yes. And Cersei is just like hopping up and down, just like giggling like a little schoolgirl. It's insane. And they're like, fine, okay, well, they take him back to his rooms, and he waits out the night. Next morning, he's taken out to like the area where they're gonna do the fight, and a whole group of people have like gathered around to watch. Oberyn is there with Larry. He's drinking, and Tyrion's like, should you be drinking? And he's like, I always drink. And Tyrion's like, okay.
Well, and
It
then
looks,
and then Tyrion says, "Damn, we should have charged tickets for this."
yeah. He's like, there's so many people here. We could have paid for that whole fucking wedding and Joffrey's funeral. Crazy. But then the Tyrion is just continually nervous the whole time because like Oberyn is drinking. Then Oberyn also has decided to fight with a spear, which is like, have you? He's the Mountain. He's wielding a crazy two-handed longsword that's gonna kill you. And Oberyn's like, yeah, but a spear is the only thing that I can like help me keep distance. So unfortunately, like this is what we're doing. And then he very openly like tells Tyrion like, hey, by the way, when we survive this, if you happen to know where your wife is, maybe we head down south and we can talk about like inheritance. Like as the true heir to Casterly Rock, I think that would only be appropriate. And then we could talk to Myrcella about how Dornish law works and how she should be the next queen. Huh? How about that? And Tyrion's like, wow, this is very openly treasonous of Oberyn, but I mean, maybe, hey, the hot weather, it might be nice. It might be nice, hey. Um, then, of course, we begin the fight. The
Oh,
mountain is.
he also shows us the ace up his sleeve, which is
Oh, he's a poison shit.
yeah, he's poisoned. He's poisoned his spear.
Yes. Yes, he's poisoned all the shit. It's a whole thing. Oh, he also tells Tyrion about like kind of the real reason that he saw Tyrion as a baby is that his mother was taking Ellie and him up kind of on a tour of the different houses looking for betrothals for the two of them, but her ultimate goal was to betroth the two kids to Jaime and Cersei because their mothers had been like friends together in King's Landing when they were young. But oh no, on the way up there, that's when Joanna Lannister dies, and then Tywin is, not in the mood for this. So when the Princess of Dorne gets there, she's like, "Hey, you wanna betroth their kids?" And he's like, "Nope." Not at all. Cersei's gonna marry Rhaegar, and I guess if you want a betrothal, you can have Tyrion. How about that? And they took that as an insult because that is how Tywin meant it. And so since then, like Tywin has always had a distaste of the Dornish. So crazy how when he takes the city, they also get very violently murdered. Go figure. So it's all coming to a head here. It's all coming to a head here. And so they begin the fight. The mountain is a giant mountain of a man. He is almost 8 feet tall. Just insane proportions on this dude. And they start fighting, and Oberyn is employing the same technique that Bronn basically was talking about. Like, okay, tire him out, be too fast, like dodge around, try to get him to be unable to lift his sword anymore, and then get him on his back. And meanwhile, the entire time that Oberyn is trying to do this, he is doing his best Inigo Montoya impression. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Except it's like you murdered her. You raped her. You
killed your children.
Yeah, over and over and over again. And it looks like Oberyn is gonna win. The mountain has been slowed down. He's been nicked here and there. It's all gonna be over. He gets the mountain on his back, and this is the moment. And then Oberyn, I think for some reason, like goes to like use the mountain's giant sword, and then oh no, the mountain like kicks him, gets him off his feet, and like holds him to his chest.
Not before he stabs the mountain. He has fully stabbed.
He has fully stabbed the mountain. Yes.
So like the poison's got him at this point.
Oh yeah. Poison's there. But he like is able to then get Oberyn off his feet, and he's like crushing him against his chest, and then he does the full confession. He says that he raped her, he murdered her.
Well, he corrects her. Yeah, because that's the joke. Yeah. He does.
Yes.
The awful joke.
He's like, actually, I killed the whelp first, then I raped her and murdered her. And then he crushes Oberyn's head until it pops like a melon. Everyone screams. Tyrion realizes, oh God, I put my faith in Oberyn and he really fucked me over. And then as Tyrion is being led away, he realizes, oh, he's going down to the cells. He's not even going back to his room that he's been in. I'm like, and he starts laughing. He starts laughing hysterically. And then we cut to black.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and he has
yeah.
the funny joke of where he's like, "I put my faith in his hands, but I didn't realize
Yes.
that snakes don't have hands."
Yes. And then he starts laughing hysterically.
Anyways, yeah, I do. So at the beginning of the chapter, we
Uh-huh.
sort of have his internal thoughts, and he sort of says, he's like, because he's thinking about like, the wall might not be that bad, and I'll be away from Cersei, and like,
Mhm.
I could make it work, but like the thing that sort of does it for him, where he's like, I am just not going to do that, is he's like, I just can't bring myself to admit it to my father, specifically to my father. Like it admits, like he's like, I just can't do it. Like, and that's ultimately what sort of decides it. Where he's like, nope, I'm gonna play my cards, see how they go, because I can't do that before him. It's the final indignity of it all.
Mhm.
And then his like sad conversation with Pod, where he's like, yeah, do you think I did it? And Pod's like, and he's like, I'm doomed. Like, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. Oh my god.
It's
Um,
it's it's so sad because like Tyrion, this whole trial has been like wanting someone to believe him, and so far the only person that he like cares about at all who's willing to say so, well, actually, no, none of the people who actually he cares about have been willing to say so. The only one who is like kind of agreed is Oberyn. Oberyn's like, yeah, I
oh,
don't think you would. Doesn't really make
yeah,
sense for it. But
yeah,
everyone else is like, nah, I think you did it. And like, wow, like
that
to
sucks.
yeah, to like not be believed is just another layer to the indignity of it all.
Yeah, it sucks. And then also like the reason that Oberyn really wants Tyrion to win is because for political reasons and for
Yeah.
vengeance reasons. Like,
Which, like in hindsight, it's a pretty good plan because Oberyn seems to be like under the impression. I know we're skipping ahead, but we can talk about it. Oberyn seems to be under the impression that Tyrion does know where Sansa is, that she's like hidden somewhere.
oh yeah,
So Oberyn seemingly is like, okay, I'm gonna help him get out. I'm gonna get him and Sansa down to Dorne, and then I all we got to do is take out like Tywin, and then Tyrion is like the legitimate heir to Casterly Rock. So I then am gonna have the North and the Westerlands like on my side along with Dorne, and then suddenly like we're in a real like struggle. There's a real
yeah.
war on our hands.
Yeah. Well, and I do love the line where he's referring to that. He's like, he thinks I have her stored away like some nut for winter.
Yeah.
My 12-year-old child bride just stored away. God above.
Mhm.
Um, but then the true top 10 anime betrayals of all times, which we
Mhm.
totally didn't see coming.
Yeah.
Totally didn't see coming. His totally in love with him, totally into him, girlfriend not paid to be my girlfriend Shay. And I will say, Shay, you didn't have to do him this dirty. Like you did like, and the way that she like goes out of her way to like really do him dirty and just making shit up, because there's plenty of incriminating shit that she could have offered up that would have been more
Mhm.
than sufficient to get him. But no, I heard you rubbing your paws together and plotting with your wife as lightning struck behind you, and you cackled maniacally, and then telling everyone your bedroom name for him and being like, he made me call him that. Girl, just that's particularly dirty. Like,
It is very rough, and I will agree. I will say Tyrion even acknowledges towards the end of her thing when she's like being taken away after he's like, I don't want to hear from her anymore. She's a liar, and I'm ready to confess or whatever. When she's taken away and he's like looking at her for a second, and she like has a moment where he's like, "Oh, is what? Oh, what's the line? I think I wrote it down." She's like, "Oh, was it shame or was it fear?"
yeah,
When he looked at her, and then right after he's like, "Yeah, I don't know how much Cersei paid you or threatened you or what." Tyrion recognizes that like there is probably something a little extra at play here. This
Sure.
isn't just that she's been interrogated and now she's like come forward to tell the truth. It's like no, there is an implied level of coercion here.
Sure.
So is it excessive and extra? Absolutely. It does seem like maybe there was someone wanting excessive and extra. We we as a reader can still read that and be like, "Damn, Shay, that was a lot." But I do think the situation is maybe a little more complex.
Yeah.
So let us keep it in mind. Let's remember nuance. It's a thing instead of a lot of people really like jumping to like evil Shay. I'm like, I mean, not morally
Oh,
questionable Shay.
yeah. No, I mean, and again, like she is. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? Like
Mhm.
she is a prostitute of a low-born prostitute in a literal pit of vipers, right? Like
Yeah.
that will eat her alive at a moment's notice. She gonna do what she gonna do to stay
Mhm.
alive, which is
Mhm.
it's also to me it is just shows the sort of willful ignorance on the part of Tyrion. That it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, you thought this woman. I mean, we've been talking about this whole time. This woman who's totally into you, like you don't think she will drop you like a sack of hammers the minute that her life is in danger? Like, yeah, of course she
Mhm.
is. Of course she is.
Yeah.
She's at the mercy of all these people. Um. Anyways,
I,
I'm sorry.
I wanted to say real quick. I did one of the because she makes up so much extra stuff. I will say I love the initial kind of explanation of like what the plan is, where she's like, yes, they planned to kill Joffrey, and then they were gonna kill Cersei, and then they were gonna kill Tywin, and then after a year after he's been hanged, he's gonna kill Tommen, and then he'll be on the throne. Mwahaha. I'm like, what a plan. What a nonsensical plan. Like
What's going on here? He's not even in the line of succession. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I God above,
It's
God
yeah, but
above.
no, that like the more it went on, I was like, okay, we're all believing this. We're all believing it.
Yeah, it's a little, as Littlefinger said, Cersei's a
Yeah,
little predictable sometimes.
yeah.
Um,
Oh god, and then after she's like basically being like also this side relationship that we had is so abusive and he was so cruel and mean and degraded me, blah blah blah. And then Oberyn just being a little shit and being like, "Oh, how'd he do that?" I'm like, "Can we not?
you
Can we
couldn't.
not, sir?"
Oberyn's like, I'm gonna take some pointers. Like, what? Jesus
No,
Christ!
God.
Our chaos
Ugh,
bisexual being our chaos bisexual. God above,
yeah.
God above, God
Um.
above. But then,
Yeah.
but then we get it. It's here, baby. It's time. The speech of the century.
Yeah.
The revenge speech of the century. Mask off. Like, which it is interesting to sort of see, compare and contrast this with the show version of the speech.
Yes.
It is interesting because there a lot of it was internal.
Mm-hmm. And I am gonna say I'm gonna hey because I don't want anyone to say I never give the show its flowers
Well,
when
no,
I do.
I see where you're going to go, but I had the
Yeah,
same thought of it's like
yeah,
it's a TV
it's
show.
better. It's
Yeah,
better in the TV show.
yeah,
Like in this scene, I think the way that they adapted this is I think the gold standard of how you should look at like adaptation. A lot
yes,
of the interiority you make it external because like why not? Why especially in this moment where it's his moment of honesty? Why not like let him have it
I
and all of
saved.
his mean internal thoughts he's now yelling at the crowd.
Yeah, I
Um
saved you all of this city and all your worthless lies. Like, which is such a
yes.
great line and said with such venom by
Mhm.
Peter Dinklage in the TV show. Like, it's so good. It's just so good.
Mhm.
Um, uh,
And then
um,
if I can also say one more thing, just about like adaptation wise, I also think that the show because the show reorders the events a little bit because if you'll recall in the book here, last chapter with Tyrion, we had his visit from Oberyn,
mhm.
and Oberyn basically saying like, "I'll be your champion if you want," and then this chapter, he's like, it's one of the options he's thinking of. Uh, as like before he goes into the courtroom. The TV show inverts this, and so this scene happens first, and so his outburst is even more like out of rage and like hurt and betrayal and stuff, to the point where like, oh, he's throwing his life away in this moment because he's just so indignant at all of them and their like wanton cruelty. And then you have the scene after with Oberyn where like suddenly there's hope again. There's like, ooh, there's a chance or whatever. So I actually really think that like I like the sequence better in the TV show, and I think this sequence from the book, like all the strongest parts they took and kept and they just expanded it a little bit, and this is just again like the gold standard for what I want in an adaptation.
Yeah. Then after,
Uh-huh.
turn to poo poo.
Sure.
Which we'll get to later.
Yeah.
Boy. But then we go and we're fight. It's the fight. Hey Rhani, it's a boxing movie. It's now a boxing movie. It's a boxing movie for it's Cinderella Man. It's
real great.
Yeah, because it's the big match. It's the big match, Rhani. And is he gonna make it? Is he gonna no? Which I do love. George is so good the way he sort of plays with our expectations, because he's giving us all of the cues that like, oh, these crazy kids are gonna make it, right? Like, oh my god, because he's painting it as like he's giving us the underdog story, and our brains have been so conditioned of like, well, the underdog always wins, right? The scrappy, quick on their feet, the wax on, wax off, right? Like they win, right? And then George goes, no, because this man is 8 feet tall. Like, unfortunately, in this instance, no, it doesn't work out. And also, like, Oberyn gets a little cocky towards the end, and like that is ultimately his hubris. Is like he can't just, because like Tyrion even kind of like he's like just kill him already.
Yeah,
like, just stop it. But Oberyn has to be dramatic and are chaos bisexual and be like, but I must have it, this must be my fantasy. This must be my perfect fantasy that I've been dreaming for years now. And it's like, dude, just kill him.
No, it's damn, sorry, my notes keep jumping around on the page, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to tell a specific thing. Yeah, I really liked the part where fuck. What did it? Sorry, okay.
Oh, no, you're fine.
It's just freaking out. Okay, couple things. If I could backtrack just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a smidgeny. The fuck. I'm trying.
I'll backtrack a little bit while you figure that out, because I did have a note that I forgot about. So when it's before the big match and where the coach is here, which coach in this case I guess is Tyrion, is talking to the underdog. He's like, hey, let's talk about backstory stuff, and that's when we learned, as we said earlier, the backstory of how we actually saw Tyrion as a baby. I do love that basically we get generational trauma, like, and because there's a great line that Tyrion sort of has of like, wow, it really always just goes back to our parents. Our parents just fucked everything up, and we are like, he sort of like just uses this metaphor of like we're all like puppets for our parents, like from the past. And like that's why we're all fucked up. That's why everything is fucked. It's our parents. Wow. And the cycle could stop with you, Tyrion. It could stop with you.
It could. Thank you so much. And I did find the thing. At the end of the trial, I do love the moment, which is a little different in the book version, where he's like, trial by combat. I want trial by combat. And Cersei like pops up. She's like, I got the mountain. I got him. He's here. He's ready to go. And they're like, okay. And Tyrion, who's do you have a champion? And then Oberyn from the stage is like, he does, my lord. The dwarf has me quite convinced. And then it like erupts into chaos. I love it. And Tyrion even saying, it was almost worth dying to know all the trouble he had made. Like, because just him doing that has now set back this giant alliance.
Oh
Like
yeah.
no matter what, no matter who comes out like the victor or whatever, he has royally fucked everyone over. And like what a lovely little like parting shot, you know what I mean? And then what was the other thing? Oh, we just some text painting. When he's telling what Oberyn is telling Tyrion about their like little tour
Mhm.
of meeting like other like potential royal matches, whatever, or noble matches, and they talk about stopping at Old Town and meeting the High Towers, and Elia almost being betrothed to Baelor Hightower, who unfortunately one time um farted in front of Oberyn, so Oberyn forevermore called him Baelor Breakwind, which, hey, Baelor Breakspear, we know him from Dunkin' Egg, ain't that fun? But Breakwind. I just thought that was really really fun. um and then to what you were saying about like Tyrion wanting like telling Oberyn like just kill him already. The fucking Tyrion had his own prayer, fall down and die. I thought was a very very funny line. Um,
We do
but
also
yeah,
there was another funny line right before the end, or right before the fight starts, where like the High Septon like comes out and goes, oh, the warrior guide the hand of him who has the just cause or whatever. And Tyrion said, he almost cried out, that would be me. And but he didn't because he knew people would laugh, and he was tired of laughter. And I'm like,
yeah, like damn, you don't like things so bad you don't even want to be the funny one anymore.
no,
I don't.
when the class clown is like, no guys, this is serious. Like,
You're like, oh shit, oh no, what do we do? Yeah. Oh, and then during the fight, because it can't just be a fight, the crowd eventually has to start scattering because the mountain just doesn't give a shit,
oh, he's just killing
and
people. He's just killing people left and right.
yeah, and then like he like tries to like pin Oberyn down and like swings at him. Oberyn dodges out of the way, but a stable boy standing there gets his arm chopped off. And then because I love this whole thing during the fight, especially towards the end, where because we're having our Inigo Montoya moment, and it's just repeating the like you raped her, you blah blah blah. The mountain is starting to get irritated with it and like shut up, stop it. And so when he cuts the stable boy's arm off and the stable boy starts screaming and he's like, just stop it to the stable boy too. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's so deranged. It's and also like fighting hurt because remember he's like what he had like a bad infection after Harrenhal
Yeah,
or something,
yeah.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. No, so he's already, his health points are down.
Yeah.
But then what's funny also is there's the line also before the battle where is it Ilaria, the
Ilaria, yes.
Ilaria, I got it,
You did.
Ilaria's
Good job. I'm proud of
hand,
you.
yay. She was like, "That's what you're going to fight," referring to the mountain, and then Oberyn goes, "That's what I'm going to kill." I'm like, damn, I do love a cocky bisexual. I will say that,
Yeah.
love a cocky bisexual. God above, God above. But then doesn't work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
No.
again, it's just kind of cool that like George sets up, because it's a boxing movie, and he sets up
Mhm.
he's playing with our expectations. We think the underdog's gonna win because he's giving us all those literary clues, and then he's like, nope, psych.
Yeah. It's very like, and I think that ultimately is the great success of this particular book is he's able to do that with us multiple times,
Mhm.
and we're shocked every time. Like going into it, you're like, okay, you have the mountain and Oberyn. Okay, well the mountain is an 8 foot tall monster. He's gonna win, but he gets you to that place where you think, okay, no. The obvious is not going to happen. And then earlier, the Red Wedding, I would argue, is the same exact thing.
Oh yeah.
We're so used to like the conventions of the story, like the Starks are the good guys. There is like these cultural wrongs that like can't be broken. All this
Mhm.
stuff. There's even though we know that this is an inherently dangerous situation that they are walking into, we at first were like, okay, but is it really though? Like they have plot armor, don't they?
Yeah.
No, they
No.
don't.
No, they don't.
And so no, it's like he's very good at like misdirecting you enough so that you either hold out hope or
Mhm.
you assume that the worst couldn't possibly happen. It's very effective.
Yeah.
Um, and then you quoted this line earlier. I wrote it down. I just wanted to read it verbatim because I loved it. Um, after Oberyn is dead and Tyrion is like in that state of shock, and he says, I put my life in the Red Viper's hands, and he dropped it when he remembered too late that snakes had no hands. Tyrion began to laugh hysterically. Ooh, ooh. I love it every time someone like loses everything, and they're, according to George, the immediate response is like, just burst out laughing. Just burst
I
out laughing.
yeah, it's very operatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Shakespearean.
The melodrama of it all, like
Yeah, yeah,
it's so
yeah,
heightened and
yeah.
fun.
No, I love it. I love it. He comes out with white hair at the end, right? Like after Sweeney Todd, it's that. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
No, there we
that's it.
go.
That's all I got.
Crazy week. Crazy
Crazy week.
week.
Huge week. Huge week. Big
Yeah.
week for all of our fans, for all of
Yeah.
our friends. All right.
Okay, so question of the week. We got two. One a little shorter than the other, so we'll deal with that one first. The shorter one comes from Cookie Goblin 4328. Question. Great name. Great name. And Spicer, really, this is mostly for you, but really a team effort. Question: Howland Reed finally emerges from the neck. Who does he give his Valyrian steel shotgun to? Thoughts?
Is
Because
this
famously, Howland Reed, Valyrian steel shotgun. This is obviously how he took down Arthur Dayne. Obviously.
okay? Well, because I've been seeing this like joke a lot on TikTok. Because there was like when Howland Reed finally emerges from the neck with his Valyrian steel like battleship to like take out the Iron Islands. I've been seeing a lot
Correct.
of those.
Yeah.
So who is he giving it to? Was the question?
Yeah. Yeah. Who's he giving? Because he's just been waiting. That's the purpose of Howland Reed. Howland Reed sits in his bog with his weapons of mass destruction. And he's just waiting, like the Lady of the Lake. Like, who shall I bestow this upon?
You know, he's on his bog porch polishing his shotgun. Like, who is he giving it to? I think, well, because we're in Westeros, he has to give it to a child.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. We give it to children. So, I think like the obvious answer is like Bran or like Jon. I think he's giving it to Sansa. He's giving it to Sansa. He's like, you take out fucking Peter Baelish. Like, you take that bitch out.
You don't need Valyrian steel bullets for him. Regular store-bought will do just fine. But like, I would prefer it. I would prefer it if you just like filled that man up with these bullets. Please.
He's like, Sansa.
Yes. So yeah, no, we are in agreement there. Okay, and then one last question. This is from, because once again, so many good questions. Please keep them coming. Like, I'm so it's so good. Okay, this comes from Shako Kex. I'm so sorry. 1409. Question: How do all the characters deal with exams? How do they study? Which ones cheat? How and which kinds of exams do they excel at? What does Cersei do when she can't seduce the teacher?
Jaime doesn't study at all, but has a complete meltdown during the exam and like takes his sword out and starts like breaking the table up, like the desk up, and he's like, "Oh, I don't care. I'm gonna join the force like my dad, anyways."
Tyrion doesn't study at all,
and ruins the curve, ruins the curve.
Correct.
Sansa has created her weeks. She has been scheduling every week. She's created her own curriculum based on this exam. She is like, but she does start having like a full like Dairy Girls episode when they have their like standard exam. She's what's her face like freaking out, and then she's like convinced. She's like, I failed. I'm never going to college, and I'm going to have to start working at McDonald's, and like this is my lot in life now. Like this is it. I'm just forever. And then she gets like the best score that's ever happened like on the test.
Correct. Absolutely. Arya skips that day of school. Arya just doesn't attempt. She's like, nope, not doing it. Thank you very much.
Oh my god. What's
Jon is cramming the night before. Like, he's not a studier, but he like realizes the night before, he's like, fuck, I fucked up. And he's cramming as much as he can in, and we'll get there, baby. We'll get there.
And yeah, by hook or crook, we'll do it. And then he gets that C, and he's like, it's been foretold.
Oh god, that's Cersei. God, what does Cersei do? Cersei
tries to
again,
seduce
like
the teacher. Tries
to seduce the teacher. Like, and when she can't do that,
but it's like a 16-year-old being like, I could seduce this full-grown man, and this man's like, stop! What are you doing? Stop
sit down.
Go back to your seat. Go back to your seat. She's like. She's like trying to and he's like, what, go away. Like, yeah. I'm gonna call your father. Like
she's like, no, don't call my dad. And then she starts having a meltdown about that. She's like, no, you can't tell him.
And he's like, God damn it, what is with all of these Lannister kids?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I feel like we always forget Dany in all these, but I honestly think Dany is just like the most normal of the bunch. Like, she's not as extreme as Sansa, but like she's more well prepared than Jon. You know what I mean?
Like, and she's been studying, but like, you know, she's running the queer straight alliance after school anyways. Like, she's busy. Like, she's got other things, she's got extracurriculars. Like, you know, she's running for student council.
but when she's in front of the exam and she gets to like something that she doesn't know, she has a knack for winging it. She has a knack for like, hey, what's the formula to bringing dragons back in the world? I think it's this. And then she does it, and it's correct. Crazy how it's correct every time.
And then cut to the teacher Varys being like, ooh.
Great. Okay, I love that. That was a great question. That was really fun. Okay, great. Thank you. Those are our answers. Now, our final segment.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were
final segment.
Yeah.
No. Never, not once. Spicer, who's your favorite death of the week?
Who did that? Oh, wait, no. Big deaths. Huge deaths.
Who died? Our bisexual king. Our chaos bisexual king.
Our chaos bisexual king. Pour one out. God, there's going to be a lot of both thought daughters and gay sons who are very upset tonight.
It's a tragedy. Truly.
Tragedy.
Oh, well, we did it, Spicer. You did it. We did it. Hey, you listener, you watcher, you did it too.
Oh my god, take us out.
I'm trying. So, if you are reading along with us, please remember that next week's chapters are written down here. They are Dany 6, our final Dany chapter of the book, Jaime 9, and Jon 10. Remember, you can read along with us if you want, or just listen to us yap. We really appreciate you listening, being a wonderful audience. Please make sure that you press all those buttons, that you write all those questions, you hype it, you review it, you do everything, you do some jumping jacks. It's good exercise. You have a wonderful week. Thank you for listening, and say goodbye, Spicer.
Goodbye, Spicer.